So, friends, I know everybody got this answer. Most of you say that this is the answer. But, friends, this is not the cash price. Then, what is the cash price? Read the problem carefully. Mr. Raj acquired on 1st January 16, whereas installment starts on 1st July 18. Are you able to understand? Normally, what happens? Machinery purchased at the beginning of year. From the end of the year, first installment will start. But here, acquisition happens on 1st January 16, but installment starts 2.5 years later. Therefore, if you calculate the amount like this, you will get the balance on 1/1/18 only. See, the fifth installment is payable on 1/7/20. First installment is payable when? 1/7/18. Because when did you? One is the first installment starting 1st July 18. Second installment 31st December 18 or 1st January 19. So the fifth installment is payable on 1st July 20. If you adjust the interest, you'll get the balance on 1st January 20 and so on. Like that, finally, when you get this number, 25,977, that will be the balance on 1st January 18. Whether the machine is acquired on 1st January 18, no, it is acquired on 1st January 16. So the value of the machine or the amount due is 25,977 on 1st January 18. I want the value or the cash price on 1st January 16. That means if 25,977 is the value on 1118, what is the value on 1116 that I have to find out? How to find out that? Are you able to understand, friends? The opening balance is not on 1116. The opening balance is on 1118. I want balance on 1116. I want to find the value on the date of acquisition, not 1118. So if 1118 value is 25,977, how to get the value for 1116? Friends, do you remember this formula? Compound interest formula, you remember? A is equal to P into 1 plus R whole power N, where R is a rate of interest, N is a number of years, A is the amount after N years, and P is the principal. You remember this formula? N is the number of years, R is a rate of interest, A is the amount after N years, P is the principal. Principal is the amount before or the beginning. So if you put P as a principal at the rate of R over 2 years, you'll get A. So therefore, how will you get P? P is the principal. P is the value before 2 years. How will you get the value of P? P is equal to A by 1 plus R whole power N. If A is equal to P into 1 plus R whole power N, P will be is equal to what? A divided by 1 plus R whole power N. Here A is 25,977 after 2 years at the rate of 10%. Therefore, you put 25,977 divided by 1 plus 10% whole power 2. You will get the answer as 21,468. 21,468. This is the cash price or this is the principal. Okay, friends. Please see how I calculated the amount using this formula. A is equal to P into 1 plus R whole power. A is the amount on 1118, but I want the principal on 1116. P is the principal, A is the amount after 2 years, N is 2 years, R is rate of interest 10%. So P is equal to what? A by 1 plus R whole power N. If A is 25,977, that is money received after 2 years, R is 10%. What is P? Cash price on 1116 is P. So 25,977 by 1.1 whole power 2. That will be the cash price. So friends, not all problem will be same as every other problem, is it not? So it's a slightly different problem. Very carefully, you should have attempted this problem. Okay. Have you got it? Have you understood how I got the cash price now? Very interesting problem. This problem came in the exam and many people got cash price as 25,977. They thought they were right. But so beware. See the dates carefully. Acquired on 1st January. First installment on 1st July. So when you do the reverse working, you will get the value on 1118 only, not 1116. So remember this carefully, friends. Then only you can get the correct answer. So read the problem carefully. That's why I asked you to do the problem. Otherwise, I would have not asked you, because second problem and third problem information is same. I know all of you will get 25,976 or 977. So friends, beware. Please read the problem thoroughly. So now you got the cash price. What we should do, we have to prepare the necessary ledger account in the books of the purchase. That is in the books of Raj. What are the necessary ledger accounts? Machinery account, hire vendor account. From the date of acquisition till the last date. But Raj paid only 3 installments. He did not pay the next. So when there is a default on the part of the hire purchaser, the vendor has a right to repossess the machine. At the time of repossession, the vendor will value the asset by charging a different depreciation, not the depreciation which the purchaser applied. So we have to calculate at what value the vendor has repossessed the machine, and that only should be recorded. And while you do so, in the books of the purchaser, machinery account, book value may be different, the value of its repossessed may be different, resulting in a gain or loss. The gain or loss should be taken to P&L account. All these entries, I am sure you are aware. Now let me show you the ledger accounts. Okay. What are the ledger accounts we have to prepare? Machinery on HP account and hire vendor account. Machinery on HP account and hire vendor account. Okay. So tell me, on which date you have to start accounting? On 1st January 16. That is the date of acquisition. What is the entry? Machinery account debit to hire vendor 21,468. That is a cash price. Clear? So in the hire vendor account on 1116, buy machinery 21,468. Asset account debit to hire vendor. Is there any down payment? No. Is there any installment? No. Installment will commence only on 1st July 18. But till that time, we should keep on applying interest and depreciation. So therefore, for the first year, what is the depreciation interest? 2147. 10% on 21,468. The interest is 10% per annum. Don't ask me, sir, why you did not apply 5%. Installment is payable half yearly. So as and when installment becomes, you should apply 5%. But here, no installment, nothing. The balance is there from the beginning till the end of the year. Therefore, we should apply full 10% for the first year. So what will be the balance in the hire vendor account after 1 year? It will be 23,615. 23,615, which will be the opening balance for the next year. By balance 23,615. How about the machinery account? Yes, we should apply depreciation for the first year. By depreciation. What's the depreciation applied by Raj? Raj provided depreciation 10% on straight line method. So on 21,468, 10% every year. 2147. Therefore, you find the balance. That is 19,321. Balance at the end of the first year. Okay. Which will be the opening balance for the next year. 1117 to balance 19,321. Again, we should come to the end of the second year. Apply interest 10% on 23,615, that is 2362, 10%. So what will be the balance? Balance will be 25,977. Are you able to understand, friends? The 25,977 is the amount you got as the amount due on 31/12/17. But I want the value on 1/1/16. So you have to go back 2 years before and get the principal. Hope at least now you are clear. So on 1/1/18, the balance is 25,977. See, that is what we got here. So the amount of 25,977 we got is the balance on 1/1/18, whereas I want the balance on 1/1/16, which is 21,468. Okay. Now again, at the end of second year, we should apply depreciation. Same amount 2147. The balance will be 17,174. Therefore, on 1/1/18, in the books of Raj, the balance of machinery is 17,174. So friends, from now on, we should apply interest half yearly because installment becomes due on 1st July, right? So therefore, now what we should do, we should apply interest on 30th June, 6 months interest we should apply now. How much? 1299. How I got this number? Very easy. 25,977 into 10% into 6/12, correct? Why I apply 6%, 6/12 now? Because now on 1st July, you have to pay the installment. So as and when you pay installment, you have to provide for interest. Or you see already we got that number 1299. So interest for the first installment is 1299. So on 1/7/18, you have to pay the first installment. Hire vendor to bank, first installment 6,000. Then again, on 31st December, we have to provide interest for second installment. What is installment for second, interest for second installment? See, you got this 1,064. Whether second installment is paid? Yes. It is paid on 1st January 19. When the first installment is on 1st July 18, next installment will be on 1st January 19. Therefore, we have to close the books of accounts on 31/12/18, take the balance to next year. What is the balance? It will be 22,340. That will be the balance on 1/1/19 by balance 22,340. Okay. Similarly, we should apply depreciation on 31/12/18 by balance. By depreciation 2147. Balance will be 15,027. So that will be opening balance for next year. To balance 15,027. See, don't prepare machinery account separately, hire vendor account separately. Do it concurrently. Every year you have to close both the ledger account. Okay. Now again, on 1st June, January 19, you will make the second installment payment, correct? So payment of second installment, hire vendor to bank 6,000. So on 30th June 19, you have to provide interest for the third installment. How much is the interest for third installment? 817. Correct? 817. Now third installment is paid on 1st July 19. Hire vendor to bank account, third installment 6,000. Again on 31st December 19. Interest for the fourth installment. What is the interest for the fourth installment? 558. Is it paid on 31/12/19? No, it will be paid on 1st January 20, but that is actually not paid. Anyway, we have to close the accounts on 31/12/19, find the balance, that is 11,715. So the balance on 1/1/20 will be 11,715. Again, at the end of the third year, apply depreciation on the asset by depreciation 2147. Therefore, the balance will be 12,880, which will be the opening balance for the next year. On 1/1/20, the balance of machinery is 12,880. Now, the important part. Raj paid 3 installments, first, second, and third. 1st July 18, 1st January 19, 1st July 19. He paid 3 installments, but could not pay the next. So, fourth installment is due on which 20, but that is not paid. So when the purchaser defaults on payment of installment, the vendor will repossess the asset. But for the purpose of repossession, the vendor will apply a different valuation approach. In this problem, it is said that the vendor repossesses the machine by charging depreciation at 15% per annum on WDV basis. So therefore, from the beginning till 1/1/20, from the beginning till 1/1/20, we should apply depreciation at 15% on WDV method, find the balance of the machinery on 1/1/20. That will be the value at which hire vendor repossesses the machine, is it not? So what is the cost of the machine? Cash price 21,468. Raj applies 15% on SLM, whereas hire vendor will charge 15% on WDV method. That is 3,220. So on second year, WDV will be 18,248. Again, second year depreciation 15% will be 2,737. Correct? 18,248 into 15% for 1 year. So for the third year, the WDV will be 15,511. Again, we should apply depreciation 15% for the third year. It will be 2,327. So for the fourth year, the WDV is 13,184. Then one more year depreciation will be 1,978. See, the cost of the machine is on which date? Which date? 1/1/2016. This is depreciation on 31/12/16. So this is the balance on 1/1/17. Then depreciation on 31/12/17. This is the balance on 1/1/18. Again, depreciation on 31/12/18. So this will be the balance on 1/1/19. Depreciation on 31/12/19. So you'll get the balance on which date? 2020. Are you clear? So on 1/1/20, what is the WDV? 11,207. See, vendor sold the asset on HP basis on 1/1/16. The purchaser paid installment up to December correctly, but he did not pay the installment due on 1st January 20. Therefore, what we should do? from 1116 up to 1120, we have to apply depreciation at the rate of 15% on WDV. Clear? You will get the value. This is the value at which hire vendor has repossessed the machinery. So what is the entry for that? On 1120, the entry will be hire vendor account debit to machinery. In the books of the purchaser, the entry will be what? If you make payment, hire vendor to bank, but you did not make the payment, so the vendor repossesses the machine. You are giving the machinery. So machinery goes out, hire vendor account is settled. So hire vendor account debit to machinery on 1120. So by hire vendor 11,207. But see friends, in the books of the purchaser on 1120 balance is 12,880. But the vendor repossesses the machine at 11,207 only. It is taken at a lesser value than the book value. So therefore, the difference is loss. Loss on repossession, which should be taken to P&L account of the purchaser. So therefore, that is how machinery account will be closed. Okay, that is how machinery account will be closed. Loss on repossession. So on 1120 in the books of Raj, the asset value is 12,880, whereas it is taken over at 11,207 only. The difference is loss on repossession that should be taken to P&L account of the purchaser. Debit P&L, credit machinery. So machinery account is over. Now what about the hire vendor account? On 1120, the balance is 11,715. But the machinery is taken off for 11,207 only. That means still Raj has to make some payment. The amount due is 11,715. Machinery is given for a value of 11,207 only. So still some money is to be paid. Therefore, Raj will pay the balance and make the final settlement. What is the balance payable? Around 508 rupees. This is the final settlement. So once this settlement is made, you can see hire vendor account will tally by itself. So out of 11,715, machine given for 11,207, balance 508 is the final settlement paid in cash. You might ask me, sir, that is not given in the question. Why are you doing it? You tell me. Suppose you are the hire vendor. Raj has to pay you 11,715. You have taken over a machine for 11,207. Are you happy? Still 500 rupees is due from him, is it not? So what will you tell him? You have to pay that 500. So Raj makes the payment of 500 and makes the final settlement. So this is how, friends, this problem has to be done. Very good problem. First of all, the calculation of cash price itself is very, very important to be done correctly. Then the calculation of repossession of machinery done by the hire vendor. And the transfer of loss on repossession and the final settlement. All this you have to do correctly to get full marks. This problem can get you 10 marks in the examination. Out of that, 4 marks may be reserved for calculating cash price or 5 marks. Balance is reserved for preparing the ledger accounts. Okay, friends. See, machinery account, hire vendor account. That is how you have to present the answer. First machinery account, then hire vendor account in the books of the purchaser, followed by Working note number 1 for calculating cash price. Working note number 2 for calculating value of machinery repossessed by the hire vendor. Okay. Tell me, friends, are you clear? Or you have any questions? Please ask me. I'll explain. Then we will go to the next problem. Okay. Feel free to clarify all your doubts. Don't hesitate. Because this is a rapid revision class. If you hesitate here also, then who you will go and ask? So don't hesitate. Clearly clarify all your doubts in this classroom. Okay. So if you are clear, then we can take up the next.
Sir, will you show the upper
Yes.
portion, sir? Upper portion, sir.
Who is that? Sonova?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Why Sono you are not noting down when I am doing? Huh? You have to do along with me, ma. Anyway, I will show, don't worry. I want you to do with me, then only you will know how much time it actually takes. Just a minute, I will show you the upper part. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the upper part of the problem. Ledger accounts, machinery, hire vendor account.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Then this is the lower part of the answer. 2 working notes. One for cash price, the other one for determining the value of machinery. And this is the most important part in the calculation. The cash price calculation, of course, this is the first segment. All of you would have done up to this point, but most of you have forgotten. This is how you have to find the cash price. Okay, some of your friends had shown a different answer, not 25,977. But this is the correct answer, friends. Okay. Right. Now we have one more problem on hire purchase.
One doubt.
Yes. Doubt. Come on.
In examination, if you do wrong in first segment, so marks will be awarded for second segment.
No. See, if the cash price itself is wrong, they won't give you any marks, because if this is wrong, everything will be wrong, is it not?
Okay.
So the first job is to get the cash price correctly.
Okay.
If this itself is wrong, they may not give you any marks at all. Okay? So ensure that you do this correctly.
Thank you, sir.
That is why I am doing this in the classroom. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Now, similarly, let us try the next problem. As you can see, this problem came in the exam. I think it came in the exam in May 2019 or May 2020, something like that, carrying 10 marks. This is also a very good problem, but not difficult problem. Hire purchase problems cannot be difficult. It will be easy only, provided you have good practice. Amar bought 6 scooters from Banu on 1st April. Down payment, first installment payable end of first year, end of second, end of third year. Interest is 10% per annum. Amar provides 20% per annum depreciation on diminishing balance method. So in this problem also the cash price is not given. Okay, so you have to find the cash price. 31st March 20, that means after 3 years. First installment becomes payable on 31/3/18. Second installment 31/3/19. Third installment 31/3/20. So Amar paid these first 2 installment but did not pay the third installment. That is on 31st March 20. Upon which, vendor repossessed 2 scooters. See, here 6 scooters are actually sold, but only 2 are repossessed. We call this as a partial repossession. Partial or full repossession, accounting, there is no difference. Okay. And valuation also, you have to do according to the information in the problem. Ms. Banu agreed to leave the other 4 scooters. Amar adjusted the value of repossessed scooters against the amount due. The scooters were taken over were valued on the basis of 30% depreciation per annum on the WDV. So, Amar provided 20% on diminishing balance method, but for the purpose of repossession, Banu applied 30% depreciation on WDV method. So, for the purpose of determining the value of scooters repossessed, we should apply 30% depreciation. In the books of purchase, we should apply 20% depreciation. Okay. The balance amount remaining in the vendor's account after the above adjustment was paid by Amar after 5 months with interest at 15% per annum. So out of 6 scooters, 2 are repossessed, still 4 scooters are there. But they agreed that whatever money due after repossession, that will be paid by Amar in 5 months, along with interest at 15% per annum. After repossessing the scooters, the vendor incurred expense of 15,000 and sold them for $105,000 on 25th April. So this is a complete problem. All adjustments are there. Number 1, you have to find the cash price. Number 2, there is a repossession and it is partial repossession. After repossession, the vendor has incurred some expense on that for repair and reconditioning, and then he sold it also. So everything is there in this problem. Okay, complete problem. I think 10 marks or 12 marks was given for this in the exam. You are required to calculate the cash price and interest paid with each installment. Prepare scooters account and Banu account books of Amar. That is purchaser book. You have to prepare 2 accounts: asset account, vendor account. And in the books of vendor, you have to prepare the goods repossessed account. So 3 things you have to do: calculate cash price, prepare scooters account and Banu account in the books of Amar, then also prepare in the books of vendor goods repossessed account. And for all this, I think you'll be getting around 12 marks in the examination. So you have to present the answer in this order. In this order, you have to present the answer. Now, friends, again, I'm going to give you some time to calculate the cash price. Please read the problem carefully and then tell me what is the cash price. Let me give you the same 5 minutes to get the cash price. So first you have to show the cash price. Then you have to show the ledger accounts. Okay. So first calculate the cash price of 6 scooters. Very, very easy. Not like the earlier problem. Very easy problem. 5 minutes, please take. Tell me what is the cash price. Once you got the answer, please tell me what is your answer. Sriramulu, very good, correct answer. Priyadarshini also got the correct answer. So see, it's very simple, right? Very easy. Calculating cash price, very easy. I'll wait for 2 more minutes before. Yes, Swarupa, your answer is also correct. Very good. Vandana, correct answer. Others also, please try, okay? Sarada, yes, you are also right. Deepika Shanmugam, correct answer. So the total interest for 3 years is 81,000. Maya, Johnny, correct answer. Now, how to find the cash price? Cash price equal to HP price minus interest. Correct? HP price is equal to what? Down payment plus sum of installment. Down payment is 3 lakh given in the question. Plus sum of installment. Add all this. You will get the total HP price 771. Every installment includes interest. Total 81. So deduct it. You will get the cash price of 6 scooters. So what is the cost of one scooter? That also we have to find out, is it not? So one scooter cash price will be how much? 1,15,000. Very happy. All of you got it right. Very good. For those who could not get it, please see. This is how you have to get the answer. So in this problem, cash price is not a working note. That is part of the main solution. Okay. Working note should be shown at the last. But in this problem, you are calculating cash price not as part of working note. It is asked in the question itself. Calculate the cash price. Number 1. So in this order, you have to present the answer. Cash price over. What's the next one? The next one is to prepare the scooters account and Banu account in the books of Amar. Friends, are you clear? Easy to get the answer for this problem. Examination problem. See how simple. So, please don't miss a problem on HP in the examination. It'll be very easy like this. Easily you can score 8 to 10 marks from this chapter. Now we have to move to ledger accounts in the books of the purchaser. So what are the ledger accounts we have to prepare? Scooter account, Banu account. So see, is it not very simple? On 1st April 17, 6 scooters purchased for a cash price of 6,90,000. Scooters account debit to Banu account 6,90,000. First entry, acquisition of scooters. Scooters account debit to Banu account. Next, down payment, entry for down payment. Down payment is made on the date of acquisition. How much? 3 lakhs. Banu account debit to bank account 3 lakhs. Then we come to the end of the first year. You should apply interest. How much interest? 39,000 for the first year. How? 6,90,000 minus 3 lakh is 3,90,000. So on 3,90,000, 10% is 39,000. And the first installment is paid on 31st March 18, which is 1,59,000. Therefore, what is the closing balance for the first year? It will be 2,70,000, which will be the opening balance for the second year. By balance 2,70,000. First entry, acquisition of scooter, credit hire vendor. Next entry, payment, down payment, debit hire vendor. Next entry, interest. Interest account debit to hire vendor, credit. Then installment, hire vendor to bank. After that, we have to find the balance. Now, similarly, in the scooters account, we should apply depreciation for every year. By depreciation, 20% on diminishing balance. That is what is given in the question. So on 6,90,000, 20% depreciation. Therefore, balance will be 552, which will be opening balance for the next year. Very easy, is it not? Problems on HP, very, very easy. Just 4 entries. Acquisition, down payment, interest, installment. First year. Second year, third year, only 2 entries. Interest, installment, then of course depreciation. Very easy. Now, come to the end of the second year. Apply interest, which will be how much? 27,000. 10% of 270. 27,000. Then payment of second installment. Banu to bank 147. So what will be the balance? It will be 150. That will be the opening balance for the next year. 150. By balance 150. So in the scooters account, you should apply depreciation. By depreciation, 20% on WDV methods. On 552, we should apply 20%. See? 552 to 20% is the depreciation for the second year. And put the balance now. So the end of second year, the balance is 441,600. Which will be opening balance for the next year, 441,600. Now, end of the third year. Again, we should apply interest 15,000 rupees. But Amar could not pay the third installment. Third installment becomes due on 31st March only. So therefore, on that date, what is the balance? 165. Take it to next year. You might ask me, sir, why can't you put the reportion entry here itself? See, please understand, if the due date is 31st March 20, you will know that he has defaulted only at the end of the day. Will you go and repossess after 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock? Practically not possible. So therefore, you can put repossession into next day. Assume the scooters were repossessed next day, or see the date given in the question. When the repossession happened? On 31/3/20, Amar failed to repay the third installment, upon which Banu repossessed 2 scooters. So 31st March only there is a default. Repossession may not happen on the same day. It may happen at least one day later. So therefore, better to make the entry for repossession next day. Okay. But of course, you have to apply depreciation on the asset for one more year, 20% on 441,600. That is 88,320. Balance will be 353,280. That will be the opening balance for the next year. To balance 353,280. Hope all of you are following, friends. So now what happened? 2 scooters are repossessed. Actually, 6 scooters were sold. 2 only repossessed. So now we have to find out what is the value of the 2 scooters repossessed. How to find out that? The problem tells you the scooters taken over valued at 30% depreciation per annum on WDV method. So we have to prepare a working note for that. On 1/4/17, what is the cost of 2 scooters? 2,30,000. See, that is why I determine the cost of 1 scooter. 1 scooter is 1,15,000. Cost of 2 scooters is 2,30,000. Okay. So 2,30,000, we should apply depreciation up to 31/3/20. 3 years, you have to apply depreciation rate of 30% on WTV. You will know the value. 30% depreciation, how much? 69,000. So on 1/4/18, WDV will be 161. Again on 31/3/19, depreciation at 30% on 161. That is 48,300. Okay. So on 1/4/19, that will be the WDV 112,700. Again on 31/3/20, we should apply depreciation at 30% on that amount. This is 33,810. Therefore, the value of 2 scooters repossessed on 1/4/20 is 78,890. So till the date of repossession, we should apply depreciation and find the value. Okay. Yeah, there was some small trouble, it seems. Now it is clear. So up to date of repossession, we have to find the depreciation, calculate. So this is the value at which 2 scooters are repossessed. What is the entry for repossession? Very simple. Debit hire vendor, 2 scooters, 78,890. Hire vendor account debit to scooters account, 78,890. In scooters account, by hire vendor, 78,890. But remember, friends, out of 6 scooters, only 2 were repossessed. So we have to find the book value of 2 scooters on the date of repossession. Compare with 78,890 to get the profit or loss on repossession. In the earlier problem, that is this problem, only one machine was taken, that is repossessed. So the entire difference is loss, fully taken to P&L. But in this problem, 6 scooters are there, only 2 are repossessed for a certain value. Then how will you find the profit or loss? If 6 scooters book value is 353,280, what is the value of 2 scooters? You have to find out. You have to compare with the repossession amount. The difference, if any, will be profit or loss. So better prepare a working note for that. Working note number 2 to find the profit or loss on repossession. Very simple. What is the value of 2 scooters on 31,320? It is 1,17,760. How I got this number? Like this. 353,280 is the value of 6 scooters. I want value of 2 scooters. So what I should do? Divide by 6, multiply by 2. I'll get the value of 2 scooters. On the date of repossession, 6 scooters is 353,280. I want 2 scooters, divide by 6, multiply by 2. Whereas it is repossessed for a value of 78,890. So is it a loss or gain? Book value is 117, repossessed for 78. Therefore, there is a loss on repossession of 38,870. 117,760 minus 78,890. So the loss on repossession is 38,870. If there is a loss, we should apply the entry P&L account debit to scooters account. P&L account debit to scooters account. So this is the entry for repossession and the entry for loss is 38,870. Now, out of 6 scooters, 2 are repossessed. That means 4 scooters are there. On that, we should apply depreciation on 31/3/21, end of the year. So 31/3/21, what is the depreciation? How will you calculate that? Very easy. 20% on the balance. 353,280 minus 78,890 minus 38,870. On that, you apply 20%. 47,104. Good, correct. Now, therefore, what is the closing balance? Very simple. 188,416. So 353,280 minus 78,890 minus 38,870. You will get the value of 4 scooters. On that, apply 20%, you'll get the depreciation for the last year. Then you find the closing balance, which will be the opening balance for the next year. So out of 6 scooters, 2 taken over by vendor, 4 remains with the purchaser. So the value of the 4 scooters will be 188,416. Over, is it not? But have you completed hire vendor account? No. 165 is due to the vendor. 2 scooters taken for 78,890. Remaining amount is there, is it not? According to the problem, it is said that the balance amount remaining in the vendor account after the above adjustment was paid by Amar after 5 months with interest at 15% per annum. So, if the balance is 165, scooter taken off for 78,890, still some money is due. That is paid after 5 months. That means when it is paid on 1st September or 31st August. April, May, June, July, August. After 5 months, settlement is made along with interest. Is it not? Because this money is due on 1st April 20 only. But you're making payment on 31st August. So what we should do? We have to provide interest for 5 months. How much is the interest? 165 minus 78,990 into 15% into 5 by 12. 5 months interest we have to calculate. That is equal to 5382. Correct. Now whatever the balance that is paid on 31st August or 1st September as you wish to bank account. Final settlement, which is nothing but 91,490. How I got that number? Very easy. 165 plus 532 minus 78,890. With that, you can see the vendor account is also closed. So scooters account are closed. 4 scooters are still there. But hire vendor account fully settled with interest at 15% for 5 months period. So friends, we have answered the second question. Prepare scooters account, Banu account, books of Messrs. Amar. That also we have done. So this is the answer for question number 2. Scooter account, Banu account in the books of Amar. First we calculated the cash price. Now what is the third question? Goods repossessed account in the books of Banu. Why they are asking this? After repossessing the goods, Banu incurred some expense of 15,000 and then sold the scooters for 1,05,000. After repossession, some more work is happening on that. And they also happen to sell it off. You have to account for that, is it not? How do you account for that? For that purpose, we have to open in the books of Banu, that is hire vendor, goods repossessed account. So when the goods are repossessed on 1/4/20, what is the entry books of the vendor? Goods repossessed account debit to Amar account. It is repossessed for what value? 78,890. 2 scooters taken over at 78,890. So goods repossessed account debit to purchaser, that is Amar. After that, we have incurred some expenditure for repair. Goods repossessed to cash, 15,000. See, repossession value is 78,890. Subsequent, they spent 15,000 on the repairs. That means the cost of the goods will increase. So debit goods repossessed account to cash or bank account. After that, on 25th April, they sold it. When the repossessed goods are sold, what is the entry? Cash or bank account debit to goods repossessed account. It is sold for 1,05,000. Sale. Cash or bank account debit to goods repossessed account. Sold for 1,05,000. Now you see, friends, they repossessed the scooters for 78,890. They spent 15,000 on repairs. Then they sold it for 1,05,000. Is there a profit or loss on sale of repossessed goods? Profit. Therefore, we should find what is the profit and we should transfer to the P&L account at the end of the year, that is 11,110. Profit on sale. That is nothing but the difference. 105 minus 78 minus 15. So 11,110 is the profit on sale of repossessed goods. So this is a complete comprehensive problem covering all aspects. Calculating the cash price, repossession. Is it done after repossession? Expense incurred, then you sold it, all that happening in one problem. So friends, this is how you have to prepare and present the answer for this problem. Hope you are clear. Again, I'll give you time to clarify any doubts you have. Okay, please see friends, are you clear? Have any doubts? Please ask me. I will explain to you. Then I will take up the next chapter. Or I will keep this answer on the screen. We will go for a break of 10-15 minutes maximum. During the break, you can think about the solution. If you have any question, you put it in the chat panel. Or if you are okay, at least tell me, sir, we are clear. We can go to next chapter. Okay. So we'll take a break now. Then we'll start the next chapter from after the break. Okay. Any doubts you put in the chat panel, right? I'll answer all the questions.